Alright, welcome to Toon Corner, and today we're talking about an animator named Richard Williams. Richard began his animation career in the 1950s by working at a studio in the London area called TV Cartoons Ltd. While working there, he made an animated short called The Little Island, and it is also where he began making animated commercials and title sequences. Later on, during the 1960s, Richard got his own animation studio, and one of the very few things he did during that time was he originally wanted to make an animated feature based on the tales of Mullah Najmuddin. However, that idea was eventually scrapped, and so instead, Richard simply decided to make an animated feature called The Thief and the Cobbler. Richard would actually work on that film off and on for 29 years, and the reason why it would actually take him that long was because he was paying for the production of the film out of his own pocket. So in order to keep the money flowing, he had to take whatever animation job he could get. During the 1970s, he made his own animated version of A Christmas Carol, and he worked on an animated feature called Raggedy Ann and Andy, A Musical Adventure. During the 1980s, Richard became an animation director and the voice of Droopy for Who Framed Roger Rabbit. During the production of the film, Richard didn't want to leave the London area, so the animation team was divided into two groups. You got one group in Los Angeles, and then you got the other group in the London area. And eventually, Robert Zemeckis and his crew decided to go up to Richard's neck of the woods and did some filming there. So, for example, the scenes that involve the Acme warehouse was actually filmed in the London area. After the success of Who Framed Roger Rabbit, as well as winning some awards, Richard was finally able to just sit down and try hard to finish The Thief and the Cobbler. During the 1990s, Warner Brothers went up to Richard and they were like, "Hey, we would like to help you out with making your film, so the thing is, we'll help you, but you have to spend this certain amount of money and you have to have the film finished by a certain due date." And that is when things start going downhill. Not only did Richard go over budget, but he was unable to finish the film on time. So the film was actually plucked out of Richard's hands, and eventually Miramax got a hold of the film, and they decided to tweak it a bit. They turned the film into a musical, and the characters, both the thief and the cobbler, who were originally mute characters, were given voices. So the thief was voiced by Jonathan Winters, while the cobbler was voiced by Matthew Broderick. After that rough experience, Richard didn't do anything huge after The Thief and the Cobbler, but he still kept himself busy with different animation stuff. He became one of those animators that would give out lectures to college kids. He wrote a book called The Animator's Survival Kit, and he also made an animated short called Prologue. He would continue on doing different animation stuff up until his death in 2019. And the question of the day is, who is your favorite director? Just let me know in the comment section down below if you're about requests. And I'll see you next time in Toon Corner.